All right.
But I think that that's a great spot.
Mm-hmm.
It's good for the ambulances. It's if the rotary gets fixed down the road and turned into a more of a roundabout, the vehicles will flow around it easier. Now that we know how they work, you'll see that it will work better. I think that the hospital land, they figured out it wasn't big enough, for what they need.
Right.
And that intersection at the school and some of that stuff is ridiculous to be fighting that for emergency situation. So, I think that's a good location. I think it's a permanent spot. I call the 100-year solution. I think that's, if Bob Gardner's in favor of it, we should all be behind him. Anyway, so he knows what he's talking about.
It is right in the flight path to the runway airport, which is something that...
Runway 6, right?
Runway 6.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't think of it that far away. Oh, you mean the height?
It's more the noise.
Oh.
So that's something that.
Well, those buildings are going to be.
Well, hopefully,
you're not going to hear it like.
No, I understand, but it is a consideration. I was concerned about the heights, but that's not a problem.
No, that's pretty far away from the.
It is, but it's amazing how it's right, in that flight path.
Richard Diamond sees the wheels out the window.
That's right.
But anyway,
let's go on to the Steamship Authority. You're the town's member to the Port Council.
Correct.
Working with Rob Ranney as the member of Nantucket's member of the Steamship Authority. What's happening?
Well, a lot of good things. You just don't hear anything, which is a good thing. Mm-hmm. No newspaper articles. We're really moving forward with the next steps in fixing some of these boat problems that we have that you may not even notice. First of all, I just want to talk about the schedule next summer. It hasn't been voted yet, but I've been working with management for about 6 years now, trying to get the proper times for the boats in the summer schedule. Mm-hmm. It is a nightmare to fix this problem. The Nantucket leaves too late. You have an afternoon.
It leaves Hyannis
too late in the morning.
Yeah.
That boat is a freight boat in the summer. Mm-hmm. I don't care. That is a freight boat, and it needs to leave earlier in the morning. Mm-hmm. And so we've been bouncing schedules. I mean, I've had probably a dozen mock pencil schedules I've come up with Mark Rosem and I have gone back and forth for a long time to fix this. And we've really hit the nail on the head. He actually got it nailed down in the last several months.
Who's he?
Mark Rosem is the operations manager at the steamship. He's very good with this kind of stuff. This is, you really got to be into it to figure it all out. And if you go down to the boat at 3 o'clock in the afternoon in the summer, you can't get there.
Right.
That's because the slow boat is coming in after the fast boat. They need to be reversed. The noon boat works perfect because the noon boat is leaving. Flint's whistle is tooting, and the INO is pulling in. All the cars from the slow boat are gone. They're already gone.
Still pretty crowded.
Yeah, but but for the most part, they've dispersed.
Right.
Now what we're going to have at 3 o'clock is you're going to have the Nantucket running on the exact same schedule as the Eagle is from the other side. So they'll be leaving at 2:45, and the fast boat will be coming in at about 3, and it will be just fast boat people at the boat, and it will work. It's going to work really well. As you know, I mean, we just have so much space in the streets, and everybody's trying to get to the same place. And so this is going to help with the food truck issue in the summer. Get some of these trucks here earlier. The ones that really need to be early, the freight boat is going to leave earlier from Hyannis. They're not complaining. Hyannis has been very good. They don't even notice anymore. All the arguing that we've had 10 years ago is still there, but nobody's complaining like it used to be.
Well, that's a big change.
Huge.
Schedules are in sync, so to speak.
Well, because you've got, and the other thing too is you have the channel issue.
Right.
Hyannis and the dredging and the, boats passing at a certain time. I mean, all this stuff had to be taken into consideration. But in Hyannis, they can be like overcrowded at the dock there, and it's sort of okay. But for us, we just don't have the space. Once they built the fast boat slip and got everybody on the other side, it kind of keeps things somewhat separated, Dan, over there now. It really works well. And we're working well with the High Line. And I like to always tell the Nantucketers that the High Line and the steamship are good. Okay, there isn't any problems in the sense of any kind of animosity at all. We are working together to keep this place working. In fact, that's the next thing I want to talk about a little bit, is the boat that we're looking at building. We're going to be building a sort of a hasn't been approved yet, but it's going to happen. A large freight boat drive-through that's going to look like the Nantucket in the front, but it's going to be open in the back, and it's going to be big. It's going to be the same size, but it's going to carry a lot because it's not going to have the
It'll be the same
stanchions
size as the Nantucket.
as the Martha's Vineyard. It'll be a little wider, about 2 feet wider, 62-foot beam. But the Vineyard's going to get that boat for the most part. We're going to get our Sankaty freight boat back to when we need it in the shoulder seasons at the right times. We've lost that since the economy in '08 and the third slip being built. We've lost it since then because we couldn't even tie it up in Hyannis anymore when they were building the slip. And then since then, we didn't really need it. Now it's coming back. We need this boat, but the Vineyard uses it, so we're kind of trying to fix that. And at the same time, replace the Governor, which is a boat that can never even come here. And the Highline is, we're in preliminary discussions with them now about building another fast boat so they can have 2 normal-sized fast ferries so that Nantucket does not get that small boat in the winter. We can't have it anymore, Dan. Just can't do it.
And also, it's unreliable.
It's unreliable. There's too many people taking the boat.
A lot of days.
It doesn't work. Sorry about the airport. I'm just saying.
We'll deal. A lot of days in August, it was down this summer.
It was. They had a problem with that, with some other issues. They have new engines, but they had some issues in that boat. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but they need to move up. We need to change our steel boats a little, and they need to change their aluminum boats a little. And we're going to work out something with them, and it's all going to work for Nantucket.
Good. NatLowell, thanks very much.
Thank you, Dan,
It's always
very
a
much
pleasure
for
to have
having
you.
me. Take care now. Thank you.